I have to tell you, this really gets pretty frustrating to have insights and to see certain things and have answers and not be able to have a means of spreading those answers or getting people to understand the reality of those answers. I see so many things occurring in this society that I've already chronicled, I've already just talked to people about, already wrote about, years ago, and just watching it. Let me give you an example. You see how people are trying to solve problems and help people in Florida. And you see how Donald Trump is lying and causing the people to be angry and frustrated. To the point that some people are so blindly following him that they won't even accept FEMA help because they believe what he's saying. This how bad it is, right? But there's a whole lot of pieces to this game. It's not only the making the anger the people who follow him in MAGA, but you have to understand there are people who are, whether Republican, Democrat, whatever the case may be, who mock and look down on people who aren't that smart, who look down on people who don't have certain education or whatever the case may be. I'm not, like when I refer to this guy as an idiot, I'm referring to him in the sense of him being incompetent. He shouldn't be in control of any power. But people who don't have good education, people who haven't succeeded in school or things to that effect, I don't think that we should, I guess, give them a certain type of ugliness, because what happens is the hatred that these people stir up in them is based on making them feel like certain types of people don't care about them. So when he gives them the lies and they go a certain way, when we try to make them see the truth, our abusing them, our humiliating them, our further, really dogging them, sends them further into that corner. We have to find some way to be better people, better Americans ourselves. We got to find a way to help these people, and as a black man, I'm saying to you, I know that a lot of these people are racist, but racism is an ignorance that's incomprehensible, because the truth is, when the truth is told, it's not just Republicans, it's not just people on the right who have racism, who have issues, who have prejudices against black people and non-white people. This is why they knew things like CRT would work, because they know, and this is why Trump keeps playing these race card games, because he knows that even amongst the left, there are people who they may have differences with certain things that people on the right are about. But no group is a monolith. Everybody on the left is not totally non-bigoted. So they also know that everybody on the left is not totally humble, not totally kind. So they know that they can count on people on the left to be abusive towards the people that they're using. This thing has to stop. Americans, you got to stop and say, look, forget the politicians for a minute. We got to fix some stuff, and we're capable of it. We have advantages now. You see people doing Zoom meetings. We have advantages now through the internet. We may never even come in contact with each other, but there are ways that we can come together and solve some stuff. We don't have to keep sitting back and just being people who observe things and we got comments, because anybody can be anything they want to be behind a keyboard. Half the people who are in our groups might not even be who they claim to be. They might not even care. Or people who may be posting things, they may seem intelligent, may be posting something straight from something they found, didn't even think about the situation for a minute. At some point, we got to step up as people and say that we have a society that's better than this, and we want to be better than this. This is insane. This man Trump has got to go. The fact that he even exists where he can run for a third time should be an indicator to us. That should be too much. Third time? What society is so great that this guy can show up 3 times? And listen, remember, it's 4 years in between each time. 12 years of dealing with... Oh, man. If something's going to change, we the people have to make it change. Back in the 70s and the 60s, the term power to the people didn't mean blowing up stuff, didn't mean the type of things that people get in their mind. Power to the people mean it's supposed to be for the people, of the people, by the people. It's supposed to be what the people say. And when I look, I see how today's Republicans are so weak that they don't even have the ability to hide the games. All of it is clear. It's easy to see. For example, Trump is operating, and most of the Republicans operating by the principles of Machiavelli. There's a concept that says create a problem and then go about being the one to solve the problem. Then the people will see that you're best suited to lead them because of your ability to see and resolve the problem. That's a nonsense DeSantis did in Florida. That's why I profiled him, because not him the person, but because he represents what all of this is about. Nobody had a problem with the Roe versus Wade law. Even people who are against abortion just live their lives and mind their business. But it was a problem being made because people needed something to do to get people to follow. Trump keeps creating problems and saying, and he even said he's so stupid, he's stupid. He even said it from the first time he was running for president, only I can fix it. Because see, some of these people, they've learned the principles, they've learned the methodology of Ferdinand of Aragon and people like that. They've learned the methodologies of these people, but they don't have the ability to just be quiet about establishing what the principles they're applying. We got to do something. People have to start meeting and deciding how we're going to do these things on the local levels as well as otherwise. These people don't have to have the power if we don't choose for it. You know, you don't have to be like, is such and such going to be on, is such and such a subject going to be on the ballot this year? You don't have to keep following the politicians and the news people's way of explaining things to you. If you say you want certain types of rights to be on the ballot, you don't have to say, is the court going to make them put this on the ballot for something for the people to vote for? If you live in a state where that's not being done, then you press the people who are running for office and make sure that their position is that they are going to do what you want them to do if you elect them. That's how you put your issues on the ballot. Take it back.